Hello everyone, it is Desiree, and let's get on to our fourth project. For this one, I'm going to focus on the snowflakes in the stamp set. No dies, we're going to create a background, and I'm going to start by putting my sticky mat into my stamp positioning tool, and I have a piece of cardstock, which is a Bristol vellum cardstock, because we are going to add some sprays and waters to this. So either a watercolor panel or the Bristol cardstock is perfect for that, or even a mixed media cardstock, anything that will take water. I'm going to position all the snowflakes around and just keep stamping them using my clear sticky ink from Altenew. And then we are going to use our white embossing powder. And you can use any color for this. It doesn't have to be white. It could be silver, it could be gold, it could be blue, whatever color you have. It could be a glitter embossing powder, just something to create our own background. And if you notice, when I positioned some of the snowflakes, I made sure that they were going off the page. And you want to do that if you're creating your own background, to just make sure that they go off the panel just a little bit to make it look like the full pattern. I have the first round of snowflakes here, and you can see them, but because they're white, it is difficult. They will pop up off the page once we add all of our wonderful sprays. Once I have the base down using the stamp positioning tool, I then switch over to acrylic blocks. Now, if you don't have a stamp positioning tool, you can certainly use just your acrylic blocks and just place them around. I like to do it in stages, because then once they're embossed, I kind of know where they're set, and I will be able to emboss them. So just continually adding, going back into the larger ones, and then filling in with the smaller ones to just create this full background. I don't worry about what stamp is where. I don't worry about if they should overlap, if they're close. Again, we're just creating a general background so that we can get this beautiful effect from it. So just finishing up with the small one and just going to town with this one, filling in those larger areas. I want it to be as full as possible. So just embossing the last few snowflakes, and then I believe this will be it for our stamping. So you can just barely see them. You can see the shiny snowflakes back there. I'm going to pull in my spray box here, or one of them, and I am going to pull in my Distress Oxides in Tumbled Glass, Salvage Patina, and also Broken China. I wanted to keep it light. I know you all are probably surprised that I'm not pulling in Uncharted Mariner. I will then once I have the oxides on there, I will then come in with the white picket fence spray that I absolutely love. But first we're going to spray this with water to get those colors moving around, shaking off the excess, and then just spritzing with that white. Going to come in with our heat tool, so you'll get a nice close-up of my hand. Yep. Yes, it's very dry, very cracked. I'm sorry. It's winter. Yes. So just making sure, keeping the heat gun moving, because we do have those snowflakes embossed, and I don't want to lose that. I'm going to come in with a dry or a damp cloth to just pick up some of those that are still a little bit wet, and then hit it finally on both sides with my heat tool. I'm going to come in with a dry cloth and just wipe off where the snowflakes are so that the color can come right off of that. So it's like a resist. I'm going to come in with a dark shade of dye ink, like in a teal color, to just go around the edge, just to frame these just a little bit. And then I do come back in with another round of the dry cloth, clearing out those snowflakes that are on the edge as well. Want that white to just shine right through. We're going to create our layers. Now, because I did use a lot of water and heat this, it did warp, so I'm going to use my 2-inch film tape that I get from Uline. This is very strong, but it flattens out the piece in seconds. Absolute seconds. I'm going to place that down onto a black mat that is cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then this is going to go onto a piece of mirrored iridescent cardstock. Again, I don't cut out the center. I want to keep the card flat, and it'll give my card base some stability. I'm going to use my liquid glue to put this on, yes, our standard A2 size card base, and then we're going to work on our sentiment. So I've chosen the sentiment, wishing you a holiday season filled with love. And I'm going to stamp that on white cardstock and use my clear sticky ink again and platinum embossing powder just to give it a different look. And again, you could use the black because we have that black frame going around it if you want. And I'm just going to stamp that a couple times to make sure I have a good impression. And then we will get this heat set with our embossing powder. Applying the powder, and then we will get the heat going to it. Once that's set, I'm going to come in with the coordinating die. And I'm just going to die cut this once. We're not going to add any dimension, so this is a very flat layered card. Once I get the die set, we'll run that through, and then I'm going to grab a piece of vellum once I know what the measurement of this sentiment is. So I cut a piece of vellum to be 2.5 by 2.5 inches. I'm going to run that through my Spellbinder's Scout. And you can put the sentiment straight onto your card. I just wanted to push back. Vellum is great just to push back your paper, your design that's in the background, whether it's textured, whether it's pattern paper, or whether you created it just like we did here, so that your sentiment is sure to be the star. It becomes the focal point when it comes to your card. And I just put glue on the back side of that, and I'll put glue in the same area. I don't worry about the corners, and I just get that set down. So it just pushes it back just a little bit, but you can still see that design. So I hope you enjoyed Project 4 featuring the Simon Says and Gina K Create With Me kit that was released earlier this season. And stay tuned for Project 5. We are going to go away from the standard A2 size card, but create something close to that size. So I hope you'll stay tuned. I hope you'll also subscribe, hit that thumbs up, make sure you hit the bell too so that you're notified when Project 5 is ready for you. Enjoy the art that you create and enjoy trying new techniques. You may like them, you may not, but just try. Paper's the best medium, and it's got 2 sides, so don't worry about those mistakes. They can become happy ones. But always remember, be creative in everything that you do every day. Continue to stay safe and healthy. And until the next video, take care, and I'll talk to you then.